Archangel Michael says, "Are you feeling it? That heaviness in the room? That pressure you can't explain? Have you been wondering why your sleep is restless? Why your chest tightens without warning? Why certain names keep resurfacing in your mind when no one is speaking them aloud? Do you sense something is moving behind the scenes? Something hidden? Something dark? Because it is. Listen to me. Open this now. This is not random. This is not just another message floating through your day. I was sent with urgency because someone is praying against your destiny. Yes, right now. Even as you read these words, their whispers are moving through the atmosphere like poison. Jealousy wrapped as concern. Smiles masking secret curses. Agreements made in darkness hoping to delay your breakthrough, hoping to reroute the blessings meant to carry your name. But heaven heard them first. Heaven exposed them before their words could take root. That's why I am here. That's why this found you. You've wondered why certain people's faces feel different lately, why certain doors closed, why confusion has crept into places that once felt safe. You thought you were overreacting, but child, you weren't. You were discerning. You were hearing me. The enemy has called your name in secret, but now heaven calls your name in public. This is not the time to delay. Michael has been dispatched. My sword is drawn. Tonight is the turning point between silence and justice, between hidden curses and divine reversal. Don't walk away. Don't dismiss this moment. Don't pretend you weren't warned. Type 777 if you believe this word is for you. Archangel Michael says, "You need to understand this clearly. There has been a war against your name long before you realized it. Long before you noticed the strange shifts in people's behavior. Before the conversations fell silent when you entered the room. Before the delay wrapped itself around your opportunities. Your name was spoken in secret, not with blessing, but with intent to block, to bind, to confuse. Someone has been praying against you. Not the prayers of light, not the prayers of healing. These are prayers rooted in jealousy, envy, manipulation, and control. Prayers wrapped in false smiles, wrapped in religious language but birthed from bitterness. These are prayers that sound sweet aloud, but cry out curses in the unseen realm. That is why heaven intervened. That is why I am speaking to you now, because the enemy does not want you to know this. They want you to believe it's just life. They want you to think you're being too sensitive, too paranoid. They want you to doubt your discernment and ignore your intuition. But I am pulling the veil back. I am exposing what was whispered in the dark. You are not crazy. You are not imagining this battle. Behind closed doors, behind polite conversations, behind social gatherings that feel hollow, agreements were made. Not with ink and paper, but with words spoken in shadowed corners. Your name was offered up. Your success was envied. Your future was feared. Someone could not stand to watch you rise. They could not bear to see your peace sustained. They could not endure your joy becoming full. They went to spiritual places they should not have entered. They whispered your name in prayers that were never meant to reach heaven's ears. They aligned themselves with spirits not of light, but of deception. Why? Because they fear what is on your life. They fear the breakthrough that is closer than you know. I saw them. I heard them. Heaven documented every word, every false prayer, every manipulative intention, every silent wish for your failure. It was not hidden from the eyes of the Almighty. That is why Michael has been dispatched. That is why this message pierced through the noise to find you. You've been feeling tired, haven't you? Not the tiredness of body, but the weariness of soul. You've questioned why confusion circles your mind when you try to plan ahead, why anxiety grips you when you speak certain people's names, why dreams come with shadows that disturb your peace. Because you've been under surveillance, spiritual surveillance. Those who pretend to care have been watching, reporting, aligning themselves with those who despise your light. Behind the facade of friendship, behind smiles at family gatherings, behind polite gestures, They have been praying for your downfall. But heaven has drawn the line. Michael stands at the door of your life tonight. His sword is drawn, his wings are spread, his eyes burn with divine fire. No curse can pass where Michael stands. No hidden prayer can prosper where heaven's protection is enforced. I tell you this not to stir fear, but to awaken you. Because too long you've tolerated what you should have rebuked. Too long you've stayed silent to keep peace while peace was already being broken in secret. Tonight, that ends. This war is not about flesh and blood. It's about spirits, about authority, about divine inheritance. You carry something they don't understand. Your name holds weight in the spirit realm that terrifies those aligned with darkness. They try to block you because they cannot control you. They try to bind you because they cannot break you. But what they forget is this: you are not standing alone. I, Michael, stand beside you. I have been assigned to you, not for a moment, not for a season, for this battle. Your prayers have reached the throne of God. Your tears have been counted like jewels. Your silent cries in the night have not been ignored. That is why this message found you. Because the plot they formed is breaking tonight. There are names attached to this battle. Names you wouldn't suspect. People you've let close. People you've confided in. But heaven knows. And I have been dispatched to dismantle what was spoken in secret. I've walked the halls of your home in spirit. I've circled your bedroom while you slept. I've stood at the threshold of your doors, blocking spirits from entering. You may not have seen me, but you felt me. That chill at 3:33 a.m., that sudden alertness in your chest, that heaviness lifting when you pray, that's me. Tonight, I reinforce this truth. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Not one. The tongues that rise against you in secret will be silenced. The prayers rooted in envy will be reversed. The spirits sent to monitor you will retreat in fear. But you must rise now. You must stand in agreement with heaven's decree. You must stop shrinking to appease those who never celebrated your light. Your name has been redeemed. Your destiny cannot be stolen. Your future cannot be rewritten by hands not marked by heaven. And I, Michael, will ensure of it. What they sent against you returns to them. What they plotted in darkness, exposed by light. What they prayed would delay you, now accelerates your breakthrough. Do not fear. Do not hesitate. Heaven fights for you. I fight for you. God Himself stands for you. And this is just the beginning of their exposure and your rise. Type 444. If you are ready for the protection of heaven to cover your name tonight. Archangel Michael says, "Hear me now. You were not forgotten. You were not overlooked. The reason I stand beside you today is because heaven dispatched me with urgency, long before this moment reached your eyes. This wasn't random. This wasn't accidental. The battle against you was seen. The prayers spoken against you were heard. And the moment you cried out, silently, painfully, alone in the dark, I was sent on assignment. Your cry triggered movement in heaven. You may think no one heard you. You may believe no one noticed. But I tell you with authority, God heard. Heaven responded. I moved. Do you understand how serious this is? Not every battle earns my sword. Not every threat earns my attention. But what has been spoken against you? What has been plotted in secret meetings? What has been murmured in rooms behind closed doors? That earned the intervention of Archangel Michael. Because what they attempted was not small. They didn't just gossip. They didn't just envy. They prayed against your marriage, against your finances, against your health, against your legacy. They invoked spirits to delay what God declared over you. And heaven said, enough. Send Michael. I have been circling your house longer than you know. When you felt uneasy in your own home, when your sleep broke at strange hours, when your chest tightened for no reason, when shadows passed at the corner of your sight. That wasn't coincidence. That was me, standing guard while darkness tried to press in. Understand this. I do not come empty-handed. I come with a sword forged in realms beyond human comprehension. A sword that divides truth from deception, light from darkness, life from death. When my sword is drawn, no curse can remain, no chain can hold, no demonic assignment can proceed. They underestimated the power of your tears. They underestimated the weight of your faith, even when shaken. But heaven did not underestimate you. Heaven called your name in sacred halls. Heaven recognized the danger before you did. Heaven sent reinforcement. Do you recall the nights when you woke up for no reason at all? Do you remember the days you felt sudden heat around you when no one was near? Do you wonder why electronics glitched, lights flickered, or things moved without explanation? That was spiritual warfare. That was me. Clearing paths, breaking agreements, guarding thresholds. I was sent because God said, "Protect what I planted." Your life holds a seed of destiny too precious to let perish beneath jealousy, witchcraft, betrayal, or bitterness. You carry promises tied to generations before you. And whether you believe it fully or not, you are chosen. You are marked. You are watched by heaven. The prayers they sent against you were returned unsigned. The curses sent toward your house were stopped at your door. Because I stood there. Because I drew my sword. Because I declared aloud, "Not this one. Not today. Not ever." Listen closely. I was not sent lightly. I was not sent casually. I was sent with urgency, because you stood at the edge of something sacred and dangerous at once. One wrong step, one wrong connection, one wrong agreement, and the enemy thought they could trap you there forever. But heaven broke through first. That's why this message found you. That's why your spirit feels stirred even now. That's why you're reading words meant for your protection, your preservation, your awakening. There are things you need to know. You've been battling spirits of delay, spirits of confusion, spirits sent to distort your path, to exhaust your energy, to make you question your own sanity. But those spirits tremble where I walk. They cannot remain where I have been stationed. Their time in your atmosphere is over. They know this. That's why attacks increased recently. That's why strange people reappeared. That's why old wounds reopened. Because they sensed heaven's army drawing near. I do not leave my post until victory is sealed. And I tell you now, victory is already unfolding. The reason you felt pressure is because something sacred is being birthed. The reason you've been under attack is because breakthrough is near. The enemy does not fight where there is no threat. You, child of God, are a threat to darkness. Your prayers summoned heaven's attention. Your tears wrote your name across angelic scrolls. Your suffering did not go unseen. They tried to intercept your blessings with whispers. They tried to bind your future with jealousy. They tried to turn hearts against you with lies. But they failed. And I was sent to ensure their failure lasts. Now, listen to this clearly. Your enemies know I have been sent. They felt the shift. They see it in your glow, your peace, your sudden favor. Some will distance themselves. Some will lash out. Some will pretend nothing happened. Watch their patterns. They reveal their own guilt. Do not fear them. Fear nothing. Fear no one. For as long as you align yourself with heaven, no plot can stand, no curse can settle, no betrayal can destroy. I am Michael. I am not moved by gossip. I am not weakened by darkness. Where I stand, light breaks through. Where I speak, truth is exposed. And I am standing beside you now. Your house is being reclaimed. Your destiny is being restored. Your name is being redeemed. And the hands raised against you will tremble before they prosper. Tonight, something ends. The prayers sent against you return empty. The chains wrapped around your purpose shatter. The spirits sent to monitor you flee in terror, because Michael has spoken, because heaven has decreed, because God has said, no more. If you believe this, declare it aloud. Type 777 for your protection to be sealed. Archangel Michael says, "Listen carefully now. What I am about to reveal has been hidden from your eyes for too long. There are things moving behind the scenes, things they never wanted you to see, things they prayed you would never discover. They have been praying against your destiny because they feared what would happen if you finally woke up to the truth, if you finally realized how powerful you are, if you finally understood that heaven's hand is on your life. They didn't want you to know. They didn't want you to see how close you were to breaking through. They tried to blind you with lies, bind you with fear, distract you with chaos. But tonight, I expose it, because the truth sets you free. You must understand this clearly. Not all who stand near you stand with you. Not everyone who calls you friend carries pure intentions. Some have worn masks for years. They smile, they compliment, they even bow their heads in false prayer. But behind closed doors, they whisper against your name. Behind your back, they sow seeds of confusion and betrayal. Behind the mask, they wish to see you fail. And worse, they have partnered with spirits not sent by heaven. Spirits of envy, spirits of delay, spirits of confusion and sabotage, spirits that latch onto weak hearts, broken by jealousy, and drive them to speak words meant to block your blessings. You've wondered why certain doors closed without reason, why relationships turned cold overnight, why finances suddenly drained, why peace vanished from rooms that once held laughter. It wasn't chance, it was spiritual, it was strategic, it was targeted. But what they don't want you to know is this: their prayers have been intercepted. Their plans are being dismantled. I, Michael, have stood at the gates of your life. I've torn apart the agreements made in secret. I've broken chains wrapped around your progress. I've silenced tongues that rose against you. They thought you wouldn't notice. They thought you wouldn't discern. They thought they could smile in your face while cursing your name in the dark. But heaven records everything. And now their masks are slipping. Do you feel it? The shift? The sudden change in atmosphere when certain people enter your space? That's not paranoia. That's discernment awakening. That's your spirit recognizing what their mouth will not confess. They don't want you to know that they've been watching you not out of admiration, but out of fear. Fear that you'll rise. Fear that you'll succeed. Fear that you'll break the cycle they tried to keep you trapped in. Fear that heaven's favor over your life will expose their hidden intentions. They've aligned themselves with whispers, with gossip, with hidden agreements meant to stop you from seeing the truth. They've placed spiritual traps, words spoken over your name, curses wrapped in casual conversations, judgments disguised as concern. But I am here to tell you, every curse sent your way is returning to its sender. Every word spoken against you is being undone. Their gatherings in secret are crumbling. Their alliances are falling apart. Their plots are unraveling before their very eyes. Why? Because heaven said, no more. You've been kept in cycles of delay long enough. You've endured betrayal in silence long enough. You've carried burdens that were never yours to bear long enough. Tonight, that ends. I reveal this to you because knowledge is protection. Awareness is power. And you must know how to move forward. No more trusting blindly. No more ignoring signs. No more explaining away your discernment. They prayed you would stay confused, but clarity is your portion now. They prayed you would stay stuck, but breakthrough is your inheritance. They prayed your blessings would dry up, but abundance is flowing toward you even now. The truth they never wanted you to know is this: you are marked by heaven. You are guarded by angels. You are wrapped in light they cannot penetrate. Their words have no power here. Their intentions cannot prosper here. Their alliances are exposed and broken here. I see the names. I hear the whispers. I know the faces. And I shield you from them now. Understand this. Their jealousy did not begin with your success. It began with your light. Your presence unsettles spirits still trapped in darkness. Your peace provokes the unrest in those who chose deception over healing. Your blessings expose their lack of integrity. That's why they targeted you. That's why they whispered prayers to block your destiny. But I remind you, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Not now. Not ever. Heaven has spoken. Michael has acted. Your victory is already unfolding. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are not vulnerable to their schemes. You are protected. You are preserved. You are positioned for increase. What they thought would destroy you has only made you stronger. What they sent to delay you has only accelerated heaven's plan. What they hoped would shame you has only positioned you for honor. They prayed against you, but heaven prays for you. I stand for you. God fights for you. Tonight you walk in clarity. You walk in boldness. You walk in the authority of the Most High. Their secrets no longer hold power. Their plots no longer carry weight. Their prayers return void. You are free. You are released from cycles of betrayal, confusion, and delay. You are stepping into the truth they tried to hide. Type 444. If you believe the light of heaven has exposed every hidden enemy against your life, Archangel Michael says, now hear me well. You've seen the truth exposed. You've felt the weight of betrayal lifting. You've heard what they tried to hide from you. But now comes the most important part. How do you overcome this? How do you reverse what they prayed against you? How do you ensure their plans never rise again? The first thing you must understand is this. Victory begins in the spirit before it is seen in the natural. Before doors open, before enemies retreat, before blessings manifest, you must stand in authority. Heaven has already fought for you. I have already warred for you. But your agreement matters. Your voice matters. Your alignment matters. You must stop agreeing with defeat. Stop rehearsing the betrayals. Stop repeating the words they spoke against you. Stop carrying their doubt as if it were your truth. Break agreement with every curse spoken over you. Break agreement with every lie whispered about you. Break agreement with every fear planted in your heart. Say this aloud and mean it. I reject every curse sent against me. I break every false agreement. I cancel every word spoken to delay my destiny. I align myself only with heaven's plan. Your words hold power. They shape your atmosphere. They open doors or they close them. From this moment forward, speak life. Speak victory. Speak breakthrough. Speak deliverance. Speak restoration. Do not let your tongue repeat the enemy's script. Write your own with the authority given to you. How do you reverse the damage done? Through vigilance and alignment. Be vigilant with your boundaries. Not everyone deserves access to your peace. Not everyone deserves entrance into your sacred spaces. Guard your heart. Guard your home. Guard your mind. The enemy crept in through whispers because you left doors open to those you thought harmless. Now, you know better. Close the door to the jealous. Close the door to the double-minded. Close the door to the manipulative. Close the door to the spiritually toxic. This is not cruelty. This is protection. This is preservation. Not everyone can walk with you where heaven is leading. Not everyone can carry the weight of your blessing. Some were assigned to delay you. Some were assigned to distract you. Some were simply sent to drain you. Recognize them. Release them. Move forward without apology. And how else do you reverse it? Through discernment. Listen to the whispers of heaven. Notice the signs. Trust the instincts you've doubted for too long. When a name rises in your spirit, when a dream unsettles your peace, when your heart feels uneasy, pay attention. That is not fear. That is divine warning. Stop brushing it off. Stop excusing red flags. Stop dismissing your discernment. It is your protection. It is your gift. It is your weapon. Your victory comes through clarity, through courage, through confidence in what you now know. No longer will you second-guess yourself. No longer will you entertain what you should rebuke. No longer will you shrink to fit in rooms God is calling you to leave. And above all, your victory comes through faithful action. You cannot just hear this message and do nothing. You must act. Act by clearing your space. Act by removing what God did not plant. Act by speaking blessings over your life daily. Act by surrounding yourself with those who carry light, not hidden agendas. Act by praying with authority, not fear. Here is what you must declare each morning. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I am shielded. I am covered. I am chosen. I walk in light. I walk in truth. I walk in victory. Every curse spoken returns to the sender. Every blessing meant for me arrives without delay. My house is protected. My name is preserved. My future is secure. This is how you reverse the prayers sent against you. This is how you rise above the shadows they tried to cast. This is how you reclaim what is yours. But listen, there is more. Forgiveness is your final act of warfare. Not forgiveness as weakness. Not forgiveness as permission. Forgiveness as release. Forgiveness as freedom. Do not carry their darkness in your heart. Do not let their envy live rent-free in your spirit. Release them. Bless them. Move forward untouched. Why? Because forgiveness severs their last tie to you. It breaks the spiritual tether they hoped would keep you bound in bitterness. You do not owe them conversation. You do not owe them access. But you owe yourself peace. You owe yourself freedom. This is how you overcome. By walking in truth. By standing in light. By declaring victory. By closing doors. By guarding your peace. By discerning wisely. By releasing in forgiveness. This is how you reverse it. You outgrow them. You outlast them. You rise beyond their reach. Do not return to old patterns. Do not revisit old conversations. Do not reignite connections God burned down for your protection. The reversal is already in motion. Heaven has decreed it. But you must walk it out daily. Boldly. Unapologetically. I stand beside you still. My sword is drawn still. My protection is over your house still. No enemy can cross this line. No curse can pass this shield. No prayer against you can stand. They sent prayers to block you. Heaven sent me to bless you. They plotted delay. God decreed acceleration. They spoke against you. Heaven speaks for you. And I fight with you. For you. Beside you. Declare this now. I reverse every attack against my destiny. I walk in freedom. I walk in authority. I walk under heaven's protection. I am untouchable in the spirit and unstoppable in my purpose. Type 777. If you believe this reversal is sealed over your life, Archangel Michael says, "Hear me as I speak this final word over you. The battle is over. The curse is broken. The reversal has begun. They prayed against your destiny, but heaven answered first. They whispered lies, but truth shouted louder. They tried to bury you beneath delay, confusion, and betrayal. But you have risen. You have stepped into the light they feared you would find. You have walked through the fire they hoped would consume you. And here you stand, preserved, protected, unstoppable. Listen closely. What was sent against you will not succeed. What was meant to break you will now bless you. The prayers they prayed to block you are returning to them empty. The words they spoke in secret have been overturned by the courts of heaven. You are not alone. You never were. I stood at your side through the nights you thought you would not survive. I circled your house while spirits sought entrance. I placed my sword at your door to guard what is sacred. Your name is safe now. Your path is clear now. Your blessing is secured now. Let them watch as heaven lifts you. Let them witness what favor looks like when no weapon prospers. Let them see what happens when a child of God stands under angelic protection. Do not look back. Do not fear forward. Your future is unfolding in divine timing, untouched by the schemes of the jealous and the bitter. Type 777 to seal this word over your life. And remember this. Michael does not stand without reason. My sword is drawn for you. Your house is covered. Your destiny is unstoppable. You are free. You are favored. You are chosen. The war against you has failed. Amen.